Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus. Welcome again to Eric Broadus YouTube. And today, what I wanted to bring up, a topic that I wanted to discuss was the military and random drug test. Again, the military and random drug test. And what prompted me to think about this topic was I thought about times in my career when the commander, whether it was the base commander or whether it was your actual squadron or unit commander, where they would randomly order individuals to take drug tests. Now, there's been obviously different times throughout my military career when the military has run like sting operations where they seek to try to catch a bunch of individuals at one time that they suspect may be using drugs or even may be dealing, And the craziest thing about it is like what I found is that it seemed like every time I went on leave or vacation, like about a day after I got back off a leave or vacation, all of a sudden I would get ordered to go to the hospital and take a random drug test or submit a urinalysis. And at first I thought it was a coincidence the first time, but it just kept happening, repeatedly. And I was like, man, it's like, why do I keep getting these random drug tests? Now, understand something. I have, in my career in the military, I have seen it where at one point the commander ordered like there was like a grip of us, and they made us submit three urinalysis within 1 week. And they, then they would stop, and then they came back, skipped a month, came back a month later, and made us submit, twice a week. And what happened is that they eventually did catch some individuals that were, using drugs. Now, understand that in any branch of service, any branch, the military is against. Their policy is, they don't play no drug use. I mean, you are openly allowed to drink alcohol, but as far as drug abuse, that is something that they don't tolerate. Now, certain branches, I think they have to rehabilitate you first. Should you be busted, failing a piss test or a urinalysis test, for drugs, they have to rehabilitate you before they return you back to civilian life. So this would be a heads up for those that are in the military. You guys, and ladies, y'all know the deal, but be careful, and for those that are considering going in the military, you need to know that a heads up that the military, they have like a no tolerance policy for drug abuse. Now, on certain occasions, I guess that the commander can, provide a waiver and allow the military member to keep their career, but that's on like rare occasions. That's not something that's going to happen often, and this is just in any branch of service, any branch, and for the harder the narcotic, I believe actually they can test for it, but I believe it actually goes away faster. Now, from what I understood, that they can pull like a hair follicle as a sample, and I believe they can trace back as far as 10 or 20 years for certain types of drug use. I don't know what it is for the harder narcotics like cocaine, crack, whatever, mescaline, stuff like that. But they can test. I think they can go back 10 years with marijuana. I think marijuana they can go back maybe 20, maybe even 30 years. But they can just pull a hair follicle from your body, and they can test that hair follicle, and within that hair follicle or your DNA, it'll show traces of the type of drugs that an individual has done. So, it's a heads up and, some food for thought. It's like, well, if you're going to go into the military or if you're already in, you have to consider, is it worth, losing your career over? So just something, to think about and understand that your commander or your even your immediate supervisor in the military can order you to go to the hospital and submit, a random urinalysis. There was a place that I was stationed at, and I was doing a special duty assignment. And what happened is that the commander had made a particular unit, submit to a random drug test. And what happened was like 60% of that base, man, was found to be using narcotics, and people were getting popped, and I think a lot of it was some of it was marijuana, ecstasy, stuff like that, and that they were using heavily. But I don't exactly know what caused, or alerted the commander to run a sting like that and have that many individuals, submit to a urinalysis. But they can come submit them out of nowhere. And understand something, that in the military they do have more control over your life while you're in that uniform than you do on the civilian side. Civilian side, you can just quit, but in the military, you can't quit. And your commanders and your supervisors, they do have certain powers or authority, over you. So it's just something to think about, and if you plan on going in, just consider that. The military, they don't tolerate, they got a no tolerance policy when it comes to drug abuse. So it's just something quick, and some food for thought, and just know exactly what it is that you're signing up for, and know what the military's, what their rules are, and when they drop the hammer, they lay the hammer down hard, So if you, have your career and stuff like that, it's like I said, at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. Why put in all the hard work and all that sweat, just to lose it, for something simple? And, once you're in there, you never know exactly when it's coming. They can hit you out of the blue, Yeah, and they do have sometimes undercover agents, or if you want to say transplants that are put in there to get close to certain individuals if they suspect that certain types of activity is going on. So just a heads up, guys. But I'm going to make another video for that, talking about undercover agents in the United States military, and, how they operate, to catch individuals or even groups of people. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. But just something to think about, though. The military and random drug testing, they have a no tolerance policy when it comes to drug usage or drug abuse. And they do have the technology, if they really want to test and go back even 20, even 30 years. Like I said, pulling a simple hair follicle. So even if you're able to swap out, dirty urine for someone else's that's got clean, if they really want to get to you, all they have to do is just pull one hair follicle, and then they can send that to the lab, and they will trace it back, and it will tell your history, 20 to 30 years back. But that's all I have on this one. And the name of my channel is Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please subscribe to my channel, smash that bell, smash that like button, and if you don't like it, hey, hit the unlike button, leave comments. I'd love to dialogue with you, and please push it out and share it. I also have a podcast called Snacks Thoughts, and you can find me for Snacks Thoughts on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media platforms. But please share both Snacks Thoughts and Every Brothers YouTube. Share it, spread it. Friends, enemies, frenemies, family members, associates. Hey, cats, dogs, roaches, rats, bats, and goats. Share it and push it out, guys. All right, and I will see you guys soon on the next one. Some more content coming out. All right, peace out and have a good weekend. Later.